So the way that we balance personalized outreach with compliance is really by leaning on our advanced TV partners who really serve as the connective tissue between data innovation and compliance. So in the market, by leaning really heavily into a HIPAA and state legislation aligned approach, we can ensure that advanced TV activations still feel personal and condition relevant without disclosing any sensitive patient details. Now, where we lean really heavily on our activation partners is to make sure that that approach is being operationalized along with those guardrails in a way that maximizes reach against that intended audience, but still maintains trust and regulatory confidence.
Talk to me about how data and targeting help drive patient actions.
So the way that data and targeting work hand in hand to drive patient actions is by taking TV from more of an awareness channel to an activation engine. If you get the targeting right on the front end, you're going to have the measurement that will follow. We really need to start thinking about targeting as the fundamental launch pad of all campaigns. If you're able to create custom or bespoke audiences that align with customers' KPIs and objectives and append that to premium inventory sources, you can really ensure that you're reaching the right audience at the right time. But the real key is on the measurement piece. So by working with TV partners to kind of tie that TV exposure on the back end to health outcomes like doctor visitation or script lift, you can really make sure that the advertiser has a chance to measure not just impression delivery, but also impact.
Speaking of the back end, how do you work with partners to connect TV storytelling with what patients do next online?
So the way that we work with partners to connect TV storytelling to what patients do next online is by really focusing on continuity and context. So advanced TV opportunities do a great job at setting the stage with broad, reliable storytelling. But where we really lean on our partners is by making sure that when a patient does go online, that they're being met with complementary information and resources that align with the narrative that they've already seen. So that can happen across a few different ways. It could be by having a consistent creative strategy. It could be by having condition level content hubs for patients to be able to access, or it could even be through measurement frameworks. So our job within the ecosystem is to work alongside the partners to make sure that that handoff is happening in a way that is reliable, but also creates a patient journey that still feels seamless and supportive across all screens.
So there's a lot happening in the healthcare space, in the tech space. What innovations are helping campaigns boost engagement?
So there's certainly a lot that's happening from an innovation perspective in the ad tech space, especially specific to pharma. What we're seeing is a lot of things that are net new, and a lot of things are building upon what we already do in the space. So, specifically, we're talking a lot about interactivity and enhanced formats. So think about click to contact or, QR codes or even choice-based creatives. And that allows patients to really feel more in control and allows for that deeper engagement that we're looking for. The next would be really tied to attribution. We're seeing a lot of advancements within the measurement space that is allowing us to tie TV exposure to health outcomes in a way that we haven't historically done. And then, even on the data infrastructure side, we're working with a lot of our partners to be able to maximize these audiences at scale while still safeguarding patient privacy. So ultimately, it's up to the ecosystem to make sure that we are picking the approach that best aligns with the advertiser's KPIs and objectives, and we can implement that in a seamless way.
And finally, what advice do you have for partners looking for full funnel campaign experiences?
So the advice I would give to partners who are looking for more of that full funnel approach is to be proactive in connecting the dots. And what I mean by that is not solely focusing on upper funnel. So when we talk about full funnel, we need to be aware that the best activations happen from, being able to find that intersection between engagement and interaction. So from an upper funnel perspective, we need to focus on maximizing scale against an audience. That middle funnel is really meant to help drive awareness with that sequential messaging. Let's reinforce the message, let's educate the audience. And then the lower funnel is really measuring that impact, because advertisers really want accountability at every single stage of the funnel, and partners that are able to prove out that impact are the ones that are going to earn that long-term trust.